Happy Sunday. Welcome to everybody in the room today and those of you out in Zoom land or Facebook or YouTube. Glad you're here. So I'd like to, I'm Reverend Julia Robles-Scott, your wonderful bridge minister.
Yes, wonderful. Yay.
Glad you're here. So let's stand for our two community songs, please.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me. Everything I need to do about what lies before me. Everything I need to do about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me. Everything I need to be at peace about what lies before me. Everything I need to be at peace about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me. And please stay standing for our next song.
Is that a delayed thing? Oh, cool. We sounded good. All right, I like that. You know, in case we miss a note, then we can cut it, you know.
Okay, holy, 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 holy way.
All right, look at all those people out there. That's nice.
Go ahead, holy, holy way.
Ready?
Yes.
All right. Same key, kind of.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy way. One more time. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know.
Did I miss it?
Oh, let me love and love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Second verse. We're skipping down to the bottom. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I've fallen. Let me learn from all the ways I've fallen. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share the good that's overflowing. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Billy. All right. Well, welcome to all of you who joined while we were singing out there in virtual land. Or, gosh, it's great to see you all. I am so excited today. That first song was like, what was the name of that first song? Everything I Need.
Everything I need to know.
Everything I need to know. Everything I need. It is so amazing because, I've had a vision for my ministry, and part of it is to start a ministry in Baja. And, long term, I would love to, down there, invite in our Hispanic family to learn these beautiful teachings. And I just have to say, I'm feeling moved because we today have with us a Hispanic religious science practitioner who's joining our center, Liliana, and her son Juan. Thank you for being here. So I see us reaching out to our Hispanic community because there is, and guess what? There's an app. There's an app that will translate the message right onto your cell phone. So, envision seeing more Hispanic people at our center. That would be great.
Thank you, everybody.
We're so glad you're here. All right, let's see. It is my pleasure to remind us of who we are. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teachings of science of mind and spirit. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate active compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, talents, and treasures. And we intentionally promote our community and our teachings. So now, we'll participate in the inclusion candle lighting service. And so I'm going to light this candle. And I light this candle in remembrance of all spiritual traditions, all faith teachings, and also to remind us of the light within ourselves, the light that we are, right? So one of the things we do each Sunday is ask, what is alive in you today? Friendships? Harmony. Connection. Gratitude. Love. Unity. Change. Growth. I'll say inclusion. Hi, Rev Barb. Welcome. Great, so wonderful. So I want to remind us that we are a praying community, and if you have some sort of challenge or just even a gratitude that you would like for us to pray for you about, there are some lavender slips in the seat backs in front of you. Feel free to fill those out and place them in that brown box to the left of the front door, and the ministers and practitioners get together and pray on those each week for you. And let's see. So are there any other folks that are here for the first or second time? I know Liliana and Juan, you were here last week, right? So welcome. We're so glad you're here. So we look forward to having you as part of our community. Let's see. Announcements. Do we have an announcer today? I'm the announcer. Okay, I just have to find the announcements. Oh my gosh, we are so organized now. Thanks, Juanita. We have a tab called announcements. And there's the songs. This is great. Okay, so we are looking for volunteers for being announcer, sacred reader, live stream tech, soundboard tech, wow, that'd be great, MC for Sunday services, Marilyn has volunteered, and we could probably use another one. Cleaning the sanctuary, repair of our landscape drip system. That would be really great, and I'm willing to help with that. A truck and driver to make a dump run. And we have a few things that have accumulated, so. Oh, and this announcement is that, so much goodness, junior church is coming back. We have some folks that have kids that want to have them learn our teachings, right? So one of the challenges is we have 30 of our chairs in that room. If you know of anybody that has some storage space to put those chairs, instead of bringing them in here so that we can make room for the kids, that would be really great. And maybe if not one of you has room for 30 chairs, maybe a few of you could split them up. But so that's happening. Gosh. So let's see, some more announcements. On Friday, August 25th, we get to have the poetry open mic night again. And I've participated twice, and it's just really a beautiful experience. And so far, we have not gone on stage with a mic. Just so you know, we've been sitting in a small circle and sharing either poems that we've created or poems that we love, that move us. So that's happening on the 25th at 6:30. I encourage you to come because it's really sweet. On Sunday, August 27th, I hope you're going to be here, Liliana and Juan. Our Sunday service, we're going to celebrate new members with a new member induction. So that's the last Sunday of the month. A week from today. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that this month is flying by so much. So also on next Sunday, we'll be visioning again for the senior minister /S, because sometimes you get 2 for 1. And also, just as a reminder, after next Sunday, I'm going to be heading to Oregon for a couple of months to take care of my life up there. And I will be Zooming in twice a month to give you a talk. And Rev Barb will be speaking, and Lanny, and Rev Madeline. So we're being ushered into the hybrid experience. So it's going to be hard to be gone, but I know that time will fly by, and I'll be right back in November. So let's see. The Energy Codes Book Circle group continues to meet every Tuesday in person or Zoom. And this coming Tuesday, we're going to meet at 1:45 instead of 1:30 because the board and ecclesiastical team, some of us, are going to meet with Rev. Julie Labato from Centers for Spiritual Living, who is our Field Services Director, and she's going to explain to us how they can support us in the finding of a next senior minister and the candidating process. So that meeting will be, the energy codes would be moved back a little bit. Okay, let me get back here. Okay, now it's time for another community song. So I'll invite us to stand again. And here comes Juanita.
All right.
All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart
Thank you. I'll have the mic.
Get on online though. Yes.
Okay, we're back. All right. So now I'd like to share a sacred reading. And today's reading is an excerpt from Walden by Henry David Thoreau. I learned this, at least, by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of their dreams and endeavors to live the life which they have imagined, they will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. They will put some things behind, will pass an invisible boundary. New, universal, and more liberal laws will begin to establish themselves around and within them. Or the old laws be expanded and interpreted in their favor in a more liberal sense. And they will live with the license of a higher order of beings. In proportion as they simplify their life, the laws of the universe will appear less complex, and solitude will not be solitude, nor poverty, poverty, nor weakness, weakness. If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them. And now it's that time of inward shift. And our community value for today is inclusion. Isn't that perfect? So what can I say about inclusion? I mean, we aspire to be an inclusive, diverse organization and community. And I have that desire very much within my heart. And so that's why I'm so happy to have Liliana and Juan here today. I feel like we're expanding into that consciousness of an inclusivity. And, you know, and it's about also each one of us that's here, right? We're all so different. And sometimes we can have challenges getting along with one another, tolerating one another. But, you know, we're here to remind each other that we're all unique individualizations of the one. And that there is only one. So in truth, we are inclusive. It's just our consciousness that needs to be in alignment with that truth. And so I appreciate that core value that we have at our center of inclusivity. So welcome. Everyone is welcome here, no matter what. Now I'm going to ring the bowl 3 times and we'll Om, and then we'll go in. Let's Om after each ring. knowing that there is only one. That thing that I call God, Spirit, the divine, the infinite, the seen and unseen. I remember this truth for each of us here today, that we are that one, perfectly expressing as our authentic selves, that everything we are being called to do and be is totally supported by that one infinite intelligence and power that created the universes. And so I claim and accept for each one here that knowing within themselves of who and whose they are, that they can feel into that presence and that power within them to be that which Spirit has called them to be. And so today I give thanks for each one here today, for each contribution, for each smile, for each hug, for that feeling of community and inclusivity. I give thanks for the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living and for being part of an organization that is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. I give thanks for knowing that God in us, through us, as us, supplies us with everything we need and more in every moment. And with gratitude and thanksgiving in my heart, I simply release this word as our truth today and invite us to say together, and so it is. And now I'd like to share our affirmation for the week. So I'll say it once, and then we could say it together. I am a spiritual being living my perfect human experience. I am a spiritual being living my perfect human experience. And so it is. And now I'll invite our wonderful musician, Billy, back up to come and share another song, the pre-talk song.
My own one?
Yes.
All right. Da, da, da. All right. Hi, everybody. Check. A wee bit of tuning. Anyway, I haven't done this song in a while. It's called You in the Moonlight. All right, it goes like this. looking at the child that's in your smile, hoping it'll stay there for a while. 'Cause you and the moonlight go so well, go so well. Do you ever wonder who you are, gazing at the twinkling distant stars? 'Cause you in the moonlight go so well, go so well, yeah. And the question's always on my mind. Do we really ever find the time? Do you ever think about tomorrow? Do you ever feel another sorrow? And that crazy moon, it's you in the moonlight. You and the moonlight, you and the moonlight go so well. Thank you. I haven't played that one in a while. Didn't mess it up good.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
It's kind of a strange song, but whatever.
No, it was gorgeous.
Thank you. Can I go sit down?
Yes,
or-
please.
Am I dismissed? Okay, sit.
Yes.
Sit, Billy.
I was really appreciating the new moon last night. How beautiful
The
it
new
was.
moon? Was
The
that-
new moon.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Rock on.
Yep. The crescent moon. So this month, our theme is My Passion, My Purpose. And our talk title this week is Perfectly Imperfect Passions. So I was thinking about this. I thought, well, this is so perfect for me because I'm a recovering perfectionist. And so one of the things that I remembered is in the 12-step rooms we often hear, it's about progress over perfection, right? And our journey is like that, right? And boy, when I got that, my journey became so much easier internally, right? I used to have these unrealistic expectations for myself to be perfect and was terribly hard on myself. Whenever I made a mistake, I was just like, you know, that horrible self-talk? Probably some of you can relate, right? I'm not the only one, right? And in fact, that that idea that I needed to be perfect would often hold me back from moving forward on any kind of goal that I felt that I wanted to do, accomplish, or even what Spirit was prompting me to do. Because partly I was comparing myself to other people, and we've talked about this, right? And I would look out, and Spirit was saying, okay, go do this, and I would look out and see people already doing it in a great way, and just thinking to myself, well, I could never do that. And so I wouldn't even bother, right? Why would I even start? Somebody else is doing it better than I ever could. Sometimes we feel inadequate to step into our own unique greatness, right? And it wasn't until I began to love myself enough that I started to appreciate my imperfections. And so rather than putting myself down with negative self-talk, and this is an example. I may have shared this with you before. But I used to walk around with the theme song in my head from The Wizard of Oz, if I only had a brain. Somebody pointed out to me that I should probably change that. Gratefully. So taking Science of Mind classes was instrumental in me accepting that I am whole, complete, and perfect, even with all my imperfections. And you know that whole, complete, and perfect thing that we hear in these rooms? It has really touched a lot of people's lives. Coming into a center for the first time and hearing that you are whole, complete, and perfect. So many people have shared how tears just welled up in their eyes because they didn't believe that. But something inside of them knew it was true. And so when I really began to believe that I am a unique, individualized expression of God, I realized that I could not, in good conscience, demean myself anymore because I was demeaning the divine within me. So that was helpful for me in letting go of that negative self-talk. And I began to realize that I'm close enough to perfect, and instead of criticizing myself for my mistakes, I knew I was making spiritual progress when I was beginning to be able to laugh at myself when I made mistakes. And there was a period of time when I remember that it was like the universe was supporting me in letting go of the criticizing, because whenever I would make a mistake, it was the biggest blunder I could have imagined. Oh my gosh, so that would have been my worst nightmare, right? But I knew I was making progress when I actually just had to start laughing, because how in the world could anyone have made that mistake so good? And so I began to have enough self-compassion to love myself through the discomfort. And I began to look for the opportunity that was being presented to me to learn something. While I was preparing this talk, I learned that the company, Intuit, this is so great, gives a special award for the best failure and creates failure parties. Really? Because their co-founder, Scott Cook, states that every failure teaches something important that can be the seed for the next great idea. Right? And Google even has a reward for making mistakes and taking risks. Both companies recognize that lessons come out of discovering what doesn't work. Right? Yeah. So when we step out of our comfort zone, we open to growth and expansion. And I know that several of you here today have expressed to me that they've felt inspired to step out of their comfort zone and said yes to doing something that felt really uncomfortable, even though it was hard or maybe even scary. So I want you to know I see you, I hear you, and I am so proud of you. And I want you to know that as you do that, as you expand your own beingness, There is that ripple effect that's going on, and it's affecting our whole spiritual community. So thank you for being brave. It takes courage to step out of our comfort zone, right? Which reminds me, some of us stepped out of our comfort zone Friday evening. We showed up for the Friday Fun Music Jam. Carol Unterseer came and played the keyboard, and she brought a guitar that I attempted to play. My fingers are so sore. I haven't played a guitar in maybe 15 years. Javon came and sang. Pat Cooper came with her shakers. And Juanita supported all of us with her expertise, singing, shaking, and even played the congas for us. And while we were doing that, Pat Cooper took a video. And I posted it on our Facebook members page so you can see us. Right? We had a blast. So I have this vision of us having our own Sierra Center for Spiritual Living group, our own house band, right? Can you imagine? I mean, we play the congas, the keyboard, the guitar, right? I know somebody that plays the violin and the flute. So if you like to sing or you have any musical instruments that you like to play, please let me know, because we're starting our own Sierra Center house band. Okay, but the thing that we had to do was let go of our desires of wanting to be better, and we had to embrace being okay on Friday with just what was happening, right? We were doing our best in the moment. And isn't that what we're all doing? We're all doing our best in the moment. Guess what? That is perfectly good enough. And you can have fun doing it. So I'd like to share this quote by Brené Brown. Because true belonging only happens when we present our authentic, imperfect selves to the world, our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. Our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. Wow, that's pretty profound. Something I learned years ago was that I had a tendency to be fully focused on attaining a goal in the shortest amount of time possible. And what I realized was that when I did that, I lost the most important thing, and that was actually connecting with the human beings that were around me. Our connection with one another and community is so important, and it's so valuable. Today may be the last day of our lives. How do we want to show up and spend it with the people in our lives? In our Science of Mind philosophy, we learn that the universe delights in expressing itself as us, and all things are working together for our good. And I love this saying, the whole universe is conspiring for my highest good. Can you believe that about your life? I do. And I am blessed beyond measure because I live from that belief system. I invite you to do the same. When I look back on the cataclysmic events in my life experience, I could call them traumas, or I could call them transitions, or I could call them opportunities. But what I know to be true, and you can quote me on this, is that my soul is always calling to me every circumstance and opportunity needed for my highest spiritual evolution. And because I know this to be true, I can trust in the process of life to provide everyone and everything I need to support me through whatever my soul brings into my life experience, no matter how challenging. We don't believe there are any accidents on our journey. Our Science of Mind and Spirit philosophy teaches us that everything unfolds according to our belief system. So if I look at everything as an opportunity to further my spiritual evolution, then my perception about the circumstances and experiences can change. I can look through the lens of curiosity until I can see the blessing in it. And when I do see the blessing in it, at that point, I can feel a sense of peace within me because of the gratitude that comes from seeing the perfection in all the messiness that I may have created. And I can love myself for creating that messiness because that is exactly what I needed to go through in order to end up right here on this stage in front of you today. So I invite you to take some time this week to look back on your life and the messiness that you may have created. What were the lessons that you learned? What were the opportunities that were presented to you for your spiritual evolution? Jim Carrey shared a story about his father. He said that his father could have been an amazing comedian, but his father didn't believe that he could do that. And so his father chose a conservative job as an accountant. Well, when Jim Carrey was 12 years old, his father got let go of that job. And so Jim Carrey was sharing that one of the most important lessons that he learned from his father is that we can fail doing things we don't want to do. So why not take a chance and do the things that we really do want to do? So if you're not doing what you love because of some beliefs about yourself that may be holding you back, I invite you to let those beliefs go and replace them with beliefs that serve your highest good. You know what? We get to do that because you are the chooser. So why not choose and live with beliefs that serve your highest purpose? In closing, I'd like to remind you that the whole universe is conspiring for your highest good. So get out there, live your passion, bless this world with your beautiful, unique, perfectly imperfect self as only you can. Namaste. And now I'd like to invite us to stand for our community song again. Thanks, Billy.
Come on, Juanita. Woo, woo.
Thank you for this day.
Thank you
For this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this life, Spirit, thank you for this life. Thank you for this life, Spirit, thank you for this life. This beautiful life. This beautiful life. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful friend. My wonderful friend. Thank you for this joy, Spirit, thank you for this joy. Thank you for this joy, Spirit, thank you for this for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
All right. Woo, woo, woo.
Yay, thank you, everyone. And now it's time for our conscious giving. But before we do that, Sandy reminded me that I'm inviting people to stay after next week because we're getting the wall painted, and so we need everything moved away from the wall. So next week is visioning, so we're staying after for that, but also we need to move all this stuff out of the way. So thank you, Sandy, for that reminder. Now it's time for our conscious giving. So we'll have some music from our musicians as the basket is being passed.
Do you want to say the affirmation?
Oh, the prosperity affirmation, yes. All right, so the prosperity affirmation.
You tell them when you.
I give this gift
I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Namaste. Namaste. My heart sings Namaste. The Christ in me beholds the Christ as you. Namaste. 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 And if you'd like, you can bow to your neighbor. Namaste, Namaste. My heart sings Namaste. The Christ in me beholds the Christ as you. Namaste, Namaste, Namaste.
Rip that check off. Thank you all for your gifts. Thank you for having fun with me today. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to bless these gifts right now, knowing that these gifts are a manifestation of that ever-abundant life that is God energy in form, that it is moving through us, this abundance that never ends as our life. And as these gifts have been given today, they go out into our community and the world to bless the whole world. And so I thank you for these gifts. I know that they are a blessing to you, the giver, and so it is.
And so it is.
Rock and roll.
Reminders and thank yous. So reminder, today is the board meeting, if you want to stay for that. Next week is visioning and moving of all that furniture.
Open mic poetry.
Oh yes, open mic poetry is this coming Friday. It is delightful. So thank you, Juanita and Billy. Thank you, Diana. Thank you for our greeter. Thank you, Javon. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for Spirit living its life as us. And thank you for this community. I love you all. Thanks. Okay, what are we taking away with us today? Joy. Happiness. Imperfection. Yay! Self-love. Great. Thank you. All right. Well, let's stand for our benediction. And repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It's this thing called self-love.
It's this thing called self-love.
It's this thing called embracing my imperfections.
It's this thing called embracing my imperfections.
It's this thing called expanding joy.
It's this thing called expanding joy.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I sense it.
I sense it.
Because I am it.
Because I am it.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And let's remain standing for our closing song.
Everything I need
to know.
And please join hands. What lies before me, everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me. In the mind of God. Everything I need to be at peace about what lies before me, everything I need to be at peace about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me.
Yay, thank you, everybody. There's coffee and tea if you'd like to stay after for a little socializing. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Yeah.